but I kind of just, we'll see how close I stick to them. Okay, so I started coming to Roswell United Methodist in second grade, and at that point I was just trying to get to know everyone, get to know people, and Sunday school was just a regular thing on Sunday mornings, but it wasn't ever about God. And then I had to switch to God in 6th grade and stayed at Roswell all through elementary school. But in 6th grade, we were coming up to the dot, and that was so scary for me because I still did not know anybody, and I didn't have an older sibling who could help me through it, and it was nothing like that. And all the high schoolers were here, and they were running around, and they had their best friends, and oh my gosh, it was just frightening. It was so bad. But coming to youth group opened a lot more opportunities for me, and it made church not just a Sunday night thing. And it still wasn't really about God. It was still building relationships with the people in the youth group and the 6th graders that I was going through this with. But there was more opportunities to learn about God. So that was 6th grade year. I started getting involved. I was doing the 6th grade fellowship, which was our chaos before the 6th graders had to come to chaos. And stuff like that. So that was 6th grade year. And then in 7th grade, I went to middle school camp between 6th and 7th grade. And that was, middle school camp just blew me off of my feet. And that was the first time I had ever really experienced God and really understood His power and His love and grace. So I came back after middle school camp, and nothing really changed though. I had experienced God, but everything in my life just stayed the same. And I started confirmation that fall, and like Andrew said, it really was so great. It was highlights of my life still to this day, because I got to hang out with the high schoolers, and we were learning more about God and more about Jesus, and it was cool for me to see that other people had experienced the same thing I did at middle school camp. And I understood, a little of what they were living. So then I finished up confirmation and got confirmed, but still nothing had really changed. I might have, changed a few things, but it still really wasn't about God. And I went on camp for that year, which is the mission trip, and it was my second experience of full-blown experience with God, and I got to see His power and His majesty and His grace again. And so a few things changed, and a few little things in my heart, a few little things in my life, but nothing big, nothing drastic. And same with middle school camp that year. Then all through 7th grade, it was still just getting to hang out with the high schoolers, getting to know people in the youth group. And this is sounding really boring right now, but I'm getting to the good stuff, I promise. Okay. So then my middle school camp between my 8th grade year and my 9th grade year was the one that really changed me. And at that middle school camp, I understood what it was like to be loved by God and what it meant to love Him back. And I understood that He desired me, and He wanted my heart, and He wanted everything that I was, because He could make it better. And He could make what I was and who I'm going to be so much better than what I had ever planned. And that just blew me off my feet. And that is the first time I really considered myself a Christian, and a God-loving Christian, someone that I gave my heart to Christ, and I finally understood what Jesus had done for me on the cross, and how He had forgiven my sins, and what that meant. And so that's when everything changed. And to this day, I'm desiring God, and I'm growing in a relationship with Him. And like Andrew said, there are definitely highs and lows, and it's hard through the low times. It's pretty bad. But I still have this hope and this joy and this peace about me that other people don't have, and that people who don't know Christ and don't experience God's love have. And that's what gets me through every day, to know that I finally have this joy and peace and love. And so that's just where I am today, and working on my relationship with Christ, and it's going well.